everyone, this is Rachel, and I'm here again with another process video. I'm showing you the sketch I drew up using Windows Publisher. I did make a change. The embellishment cluster in the upper left side, I end up moving that. It just didn't work out when I actually had the pictures and everything. I'm working with these three horizontal 3x4 photos of my niece with her grandparents, and I'm using the front porch line from Pebbles. It's an older line, so I didn't bother holding up the branding strips or getting what the papers were called, because I don't think this is readily available anywhere. So I'm using this scrap of pink tone-on-tone floral print as kind of what would be considered a photo mat, and then I'm trying to decide what else to put on with it. Now, I do not usually purchase collections. I think I've only purchased 2 or 3 like full collections of lines ever. I'm, more likely to just purchase 4 or 5 of a collection. But I did buy this not from Pebbles or from a store. I actually purchased it from a scrapbooker who was downsizing. So I have all the papers and the chipboard elements and the sticker sheet for it, which is way more than I usually have of the line. So it actually ends up taking me a while to decide which paper I want for my background. I do end up with this picket page, and I try using this branding strip at first, but I realize it's not wide enough, so I get out my new trimmer, my Caterpillar crop, and I cut out a piece. It's the same pattern paper, it's just from the actual full-size pattern paper sheet as opposed to the branding strip. So these 3 photos are taken in Long Island at my niece's grandparents' house. Her grandfather has since passed away, but her grandmother still lives there. They have this wonderful, wonderful porch on the back side of their house that's screened in, and that's where these photos are taken. And she's just super cute, and there's nothing really special about this. Wasn't like a special day. It was just, visiting grandparents. So I love the picture in the middle. She's making the face like when you tell little kids to say cheese, they go say cheese, and they make that screwed up little face. So that's what she's doing in the middle there. So I take that floral piece and the pink piece, and I go ahead and get those down, and I do the same with the other 2 photos, the 3 photos. Wow, I can't count apparently. And then I started up in that right-hand corner doing that small cluster with the leftover pink, the leftover floral, and then I grabbed one of the chipboard pieces. Now, I had originally thought of using that chipboard piece with the white flowers, and then I found that sticker with, I think it says Love and Joy, with the colorful flowers, and I decided I'd rather have that. I thought that worked better. So I go ahead and get the branding strip off, because I'd forgotten earlier, and as I put it down, I saw the branding strip for this paper underneath, so I go ahead and cut that out, and I'm going to put that down at the bottom, and I'm going to go ahead and tape down the upper right-hand cluster. Now, I have an issue with the stickers for this line, and that is that the majority of them seem to work better for cards than they do for actual layouts. Like, a lot of them say, you make me happy, which I guess isn't so bad. I do find these 2 stickers that say hi and grow, these fishtail stickers. But going back to the stickers, like, there are lots to say thank you, or miss you, or wish you were here, which are fine if I wanted to buy this line to make cards, but I bought this line to make layouts, so, and I didn't know that because I bought it as a kit, so I had no idea what was going on. So I go ahead and get that chipboard piece down, and then I decide I want some chipboard in the other cluster down there, so I grab this little bird, and I realize, oh, look, I'm off the screen. And so then I go looking back at the sticker sheet, and I find these 2 word phrases that I stick down by the bird. And then in my sketch, there was a rounded element that I wanted to use as a doily. So I have these little pieces of doilies that I'm going to try to use, but they're just too, it's not the right pink, and plus it's up against the pink that's under the photos, and then that red is too red for the little amount of red that's in there. So I decided I'm just going to grab a white doily and use that, and I'm going to cut that in about like a third, 2/3 manner, and I'm going to tuck the other piece up there on the left-hand side. And how I do my doilies is I tape the part that's going to stick under something, and then I use my sticky dots to kind of grab a little bit of the end just so they don't fly up too much. Sorry, I got distracted. So the next thing I do is I'm going to look through my flare, and I have, if you watched my video about my scrapbook retreat, you know that one of the women brought a flare making machine, and I made a ton of flare. So I have a lot more flare than I used to have. So I pull out a couple that I think might work, and I end up using that pink one, the smaller pink one. It's a mini flare from a Dear Lizzie line, and it says, "Busy being happy." Before I actually try to do that, I check out to see if any of those Jelly Bean word stickers will work, and it's just not the right tone. And then I add some puffy heart stickers from Twine & Ink, and then I add that little file label thing that says lovely, and then the hello sticker from the Front Porch sticker paper. And the next thing I'm going to do is add my title, which is A Grand Time, you know, like a play on the grandparents. So I use this Daily Flash from October Afternoon. These are older. I got these at my LSS's yard sale for like $1, and it has this font on the front and then a mini font, white with this blue color as like they're white squares with this aqua color as the inner part. Sorry, that's my dog. And then I grabbed these gray stickers from L Studio as for the and time. So I didn't do any journaling for this, as I refer to her as my niece, but she's actually my best friend's daughter, and she's actually going to do the journaling. She doesn't scrapbook, but I said I would do some of these earlier ones from before we were housemates for her, and then she could do the journaling. So I'm just going to do the journaling, whatever she ends up, well, she'll tell it to me and I'll write it down. But I'm going to do that in strips, right under the title. And the last thing I'm going to add are 3 groupings of enamel dots. And I chose these bright colors to go with her dress is a pretty bright blue, and then the flowers have this limey green as for the leaves, and then this pink, which is, sorry, it's not pink, it's like a reddish color, which is one of the colors in the floral print. And that's going to be it for me today. Thank you so much for joining me. Flick me a thumbs up if you like what you saw, and I'm showing you where the journaling is going to go. Have a great day, everyone. Bye!